And we all had the same problem, I think, as athletes. It's like, if I'm going to get close to a gram of protein per pound of body weight, right? We've all been in those phases. We're trying to build muscle or lose fat. We're trying to get that protein high. We're busy as student athletes. And it's like, hey, wake up and eat, 5 eggs every morning, and then you're running late for a 6 a.m. practice. It's like, that's not going to happen. So it's always, you end up going to supplements. And I'm guilty of this in the past. As a trainer, I was always like, just eat food, real food, which is great in theory. And it doesn't really work for 99% of athletes, just everyday people. My nephew is not going to wake up early to get his food, or he's just not hungry. And so for him to be able to get 22 grams of high quality protein, it's a game changer for him. And so we can really, meet our protein requirements, fill in the holes. Obviously, post-workout, liquid nutrition can be very beneficial compared to just solid food. So I mean, overall, like if you're in general questioning, is a protein supplement right for me? I think it can be extremely beneficial, but you got to have the right one. You don't want to go in blind and get some stuff that has a lot of added things in there that are actually going to harm your health at the same time.
I think on that note too, what you brought up is important. Is people, we're busy. We got a lot going on. And that might mean you have to get your protein before you work out. And one of the issues I've had in the past is how that protein sits with me right before I work out. And this is one of the only few proteins I've ever had that I can drink 5-10 minutes before I go do heavy exertional efforts, working out, lifting weights, running, and not have the repercussions that I would have had otherwise, maybe with a different protein powder that might not have sat as well. Mm-hmm. And so that's one of the aspects of how this is, like, how I view it as this performance kind of protein, in the sense that it's allowing me to not have to schedule my protein consumption, in a window that's not going to upset my stomach before I work out, but I know I can take it right before, I can take it after, and I don't have any of those bloating, I don't have any discomfort, any gastrointestinal distress that might come with taking a protein of another kind prior to or right after.
Right. I mean, that's, if you just, look at the reviews and the feedback we've gotten, whether it's your 10-year-old nephew or, there was a lady that was actually 65 years old that bought it and loves it. And the general consensus is it tastes great. It's easy on the stomach, doesn't cause bloating. And I think those are huge, keys, when it comes to picking the right protein.
Right. I have my entire family on it, from, 70-year-old parents to 10-year-old nephew. I mean, everybody's on it, and nobody's experienced any type of, stomach aches. Like, a lot of proteins in the past have caused problems for me. And so to have something that's clean and easily digestible and high quality, it's a game changer for us in general.
Absolutely. And part of that too, I had blamed like the whey itself in the past.
Right. A lot of people do that.
And then I try, say, a vegan protein or plant-based protein, and I still have the same issues. And I do fine with dairy personally. I eat a lot of other, whey-related products. So it must not be a whey issue for me. It was probably what was in it that was an issue. And in some other proteins, they put other fillers in there. And these fillers exist for mixability reasons. They exist for the thickness and viscosity of the shake itself, but they're actually not necessarily made for nutritional purpose. Mm-hmm. And at times it might be those fillers that might be interacting with me, because that's the common thread between those whey proteins that had that upset me and those plant-based proteins that upset me. Whey wasn't the lowest common denominator.